He'll require you to clean up your house, and I'll bless you. Clean up your life, and I'll bless you. Acknowledge my word, and I'll send for the help that you need. Some of us should have clapped because we're doing as good as we are, because at one point God dealt with us about our mess, and we turned. We made a change. We said, okay, Lord, not my will.
Jesus, hey, and let God, you gotta, and let God, don't worry about it, and let God, cast your burden, and let God do it, let God do it, let God do it, let God do it, don't worry about it, you gotta let him do it. Don't cry about it. You gotta let him do it. While you're staying up all night. While you're worried about it, you can't work it out. Let God do it. Let God do it.
Proverbs 3 and verse 33. Notice the scripture. Proverbs 3 and 33. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the just. Notice it again. The curse of the Lord. So this is a particular curse that's actually originating or coming from God. And it's coming, notice who it's coming to. Notice where it's going to arrive at. The house of the wicked. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked. Notice Proverbs 21. Notice Proverbs 21:12. The righteous God wisely considers the house of the wicked, overthrowing the wicked for their wickedness. The righteous God, notice what he does, he wisely considers. So see, when folk being wicked, it's not like God is not paying attention. Because the Bible said when it comes to wicked people, that the Lord is wisely considering their conduct or what they do. Now, he's considering it to the point to where it's obvious that what the wicked do angers him because of what the proverb writer says in the latter clause. He said, overthrowing the wicked. So he going to overthrow wicked folk because of their wickedness. He has considered the house of the wicked, but he's going to overthrow the wicked for their wickedness. And so this morning I want to talk to you about the house of the wicked. Look at a neighbor and just tell your neighbor the subject this morning, the house of the wicked. Look at one more person, tell them the subject this morning, the house of the wicked. And if it be true, look at one person, tell them, I don't want to be a part of a wicked house. Number one, a wicked house is a house where stuff is going on that God does not approve of. And understand that a house is not limited just to a home, because we also have to consider the church house. Because even when you look at certain churches, God is not pleased with things that go on in that particular church. He watches. He's looking. And when things are going on that's wrong, God has a way of allowing folk to know that wickedness is something that angers him. Even when you look at the psalmist in Psalm 7 and 11, the psalmist said that God is angry with the wicked every day. Every day. Every day. Well, I didn't think God get upset with folk. Well, you really don't know God, because God is angry with the wicked every day because of stuff that the wicked choose to do. And see, like it or not, when it comes to some of our homes, God does not like certain things that go on there. And you may have the opinion, well, Pastor, that's all fine and well, but that's my house. But yet you have to understand that you belong to God. Every soul belongs to God. And it's amazing how folk can come to church and be taught what is right and will strive to do it at the church house, but not at their house. See, it's going to be quiet in here this morning because it's going to be evident that maybe your neighbor going to be as quiet as you heard them for a minute because of what's happening at their house. And so it's God's way of letting them know that I've been seeing you. I've been listening to how y'all talk to each other. I've been looking at how y'all treat each other. And I've been observing the things that you allow to go on there. Because see, as a parent, like it or not, it's your responsibility to make sure what happens under your house pleases God. Listen, single mama, you don't get a pass. You don't get a pass because you ain't married. You got to be able to lock it down as being woman, but at the same time laying down the law. And some of us grew up with mamas like that. Some folk in here, you grew up, it wasn't necessarily a daddy in the home, but you didn't run over mama. Oh, Lord have mercy. There's some of y'all here raised by a single woman, but yet that woman was strong. Imagine a woman so strong that she running boys that she got to look up to. But they fear her to the point to where they know she means business. And she ain't putting up with certain food. Because see, you got silly women in our day and time that allow children to manipulate their mind because they ain't married, that they allow them to do any and everything. But see, again, as a leader, as a parent, a grandparent, a guardian, you are held responsible for what happens in your house. Just like me, I'm held accountable for what goes on in my house, whether I'm doing it or not. Even if I'm allowing something to be done that God don't like, he gonna hold me accountable because I'm head there. Not boss, but I am responsible for what I allow to happen under that roof. Come on, just like this church, I'm held accountable for stuff that go on here. And y'all know it. And some stuff go on here, I don't even know nothing about it. But yet I'll get the blame. Isn't that amazing? Some of y'all go out here living any kind of way and folk talk about me. Yeah, they say I ain't preaching truth. They say I'm just this, that, and because of your hypocritical life. Especially when you in the church and you up doing things. And they assume that I know what everybody's doing as if I'm the police or the FBI, but there are simply some things that I have no clue about. But yet when I pray, God can allow me to know that even up under the house that you oversee, there are things happening that I don't approve of. And so then it becomes my job to come out here and let the congregation know that we need to clean up some things. I got a few clap. God should be the main one that you striving to please. And don't say crazy stuff like he the only one. No, he's not going to be the only one, but he needs to be the main one. Because like it or not, if you work a job, you need to strive to please your supervisor and management doing what is right according to the rules of the job. Come on, that's just right. You need to try to please them. Why? They hired you. They pay you. Try to please them. If you married, you need to try to please your spouse according to what's right by God's word. You need to strive to do that, or else you shouldn't have got married. Come on. Children, you need to strive to please your parent when you look at all that they do for you. That's right. You need to strive to please them. You don't have to be them, but you do need to strive in a certain sense to please your parents when they're telling you right. Are y'all feeling me this morning? This is very important, because there are parents here that let your children do stuff that you know God doesn't. He don't like that. And you know what they do. You know the things that they're doing that he absolutely does not approve of. See, that ain't going to happen at 80 Hidden Lakes. And that ain't going to happen. Certain music ain't going to be played there. It ain't going to be played there. See, it's quiet. It ain't going to be played there. It ain't going to be played in none of my cars. Because if I hear it, and it's hard nowadays. So sometimes, it's hard sometimes to distinguish gospel from secular. And I'll listen for a few minutes sometimes. Just to try, what is that? What are they saying? And I said, oh, okay. That's supposed to be gospel. Okay, we'll let that. We cut some music like we'll let that kind of. It's supposed to be, you know. But that just straight up worldly stuff. Oh no. See, it's quiet. See, because we're cleaning up. And some of us, we about to get what the old folk call a whooping. God getting the switch out. And he telling some of us, did I tell you, don't let them children run the house, but you letting them run the house. And see, if my children run my house, they need to pay everything. They need to do everything. And I need to come in and eat up all the chips and drink up everything. In other words, you're not going to reverse the roles. So see, even now you just gotta you just got to wonder what's been going on in my house. Because see, what God sees can anger him, can cause him to, watch this, withhold blessings. I want to do it for them. They need me to do it for them. But not if they're going to live like that. Not if they're going to disrespect my word and expect me to bless them. Listen, because God won't bless a mess. He'll require you to clean up your house and I'll bless you. Clean up your life and I'll bless you. Acknowledge my word and I'll send forth the help that you need. Some of us should have clapped because we're doing as good as we are, because at one point God dealt with us about our mess and we turned. We made a change. We said, okay, Lord, not my will. Not my will. Your will be done. I need your help. If If something you don't like, I don't want to do it. If there's somewhere you don't want us to go, I don't want to go there. If I don't need to hang with these people, I'm going to cut them loose. Look at Proverbs 15. Look at Proverbs 15. Because some of us want God to bless us, but see, God doesn't approve of our lifestyle. He doesn't approve. He doesn't approve. Woo! He doesn't approve. He know who you dating, but he doesn't approve. God to get all in your business. Years ago as a family man, one thing that was big with me was my wife respected me. And I used to tell her all the time, you going to respect me. If she ever wanted to fuss, just do something that I felt like you ain't respecting me. And I'll never forget my son was 2 years old. And I get to fussing around him so bad, and I just get to clowning and acting a fool. I'm like, you ain't talking to me like this. Not in front of my boy. You going to respect me as a man. And he be sitting there playing with trucks or something. Can't even hear, don't even, probably wasn't even talking. And I'll just be respect, 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 respect. And then one day I was in prayer. And this is what God said to me. This is how he got in my business. He said, that respect that you want from that woman, he said, you don't deserve half the respect that you demand of her. He said, but let me teach you. Let me show you how to be a good husband. And she'll respect you to the highest. See, he had to get in my business. Because, see, some of us demand respect that we haven't earned. We haven't earned that. And I could flip it. There are women that demand respect. You hadn't earned that, sister. Still don't do what you need to do around the house. You hadn't earned that. But see, I'm trying to show you that God watches. He watches. That's all I want you to see. He watches. See, because my eyes are limited. And plus, I got to watch myself. I can't get caught up in too much worrying about all y'all. That then God say, look, you so worried about them people that what you do ain't pleasing me. So see, you always have to check yourself first. Now, some of us so busy worried about what's going on in other folks' house. That's the reason your house is so jacked up. You got your nose in what's going on with other people. Come on. That's good stuff right there. Because some of us, we so worried about what you heard you heard what's going on. You got some nerve as messed up as your house is to be trying to point your finger over there at somebody else's house. Come on. How many know it's real? Look at Proverbs 15:3. It's quiet up in here. And probably going to get even quieter. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you. But I appreciate being a part of a church like that. Especially when you know you came in today and you've been letting stuff go. See, you already know. God talked to the preacher. He talked to the preacher. Because, see, some of our house smell like smoke. We ain't got no fireplace. Well, I love God. He yet know my heart. God don't like the smell. He don't like it. He don't like that. See, it's one thing to be caught up in something, trying to get yourself out and can't get yourself out. But it's a completely different story when God says, hey, I'll help you with that. I'll help you get that right. I'll help you come out of that. Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place. You better notice what he's doing. Keeping watch on the evil and the what? Because see, some of us just strive to do good. We like to throw up at God. Well, you ain't doing that bad. Look what these folk doing. See, you got to understand about God that he keeping watch on the good, but God also sees and knows what the wicked are doing. That's good news. Look at it one more time. Lord have mercy. The eyes of the Lord are in what? What is he doing? Keeping what? Keeping what? Observing. Keeping watch on the evil and the good. See, so when we permit evil to exist in our house or in our church, there's something that God is watching. There's something that he's watching. There's something that he notices. And he don't have to just talk directly, indirectly through me and church leaders. Some of us know today that when things are not going the way God wants them to go, he talks to you. Even some of the stuff that I've already uttered, some of you know God has been dealing with you about certain things that you do that ain't pleasing to him. Yeah, he do. Yes, he has. He's been dealing with us. That ain't something. Ain't no need in dropping your head. You hold your head up. So you got to take the whooping. Did she just curse? I know she got upset. But I done warn her about that cursing just because she's mad. She still don't want to control her tongue when folk rub her the wrong way. I don't like that. See, it's amazing. You could upset folks at the church. They ain't going to cuss here. They'll cuss you out in their mind. See, with that being said, you done got cussed out. You just didn't hear the words. Come on, don't act like you ain't ever cussed nobody out in your head. You just sat there just like. Hallelujah. But see, God searches what? The heart. But see, some of us, it not only get in our mind, but then it roll right off our tongue. And sometimes it happens with adults and young folk hear it. I know y'all think Dad is such and such, but Dad will still cuss you out if you make him mad enough. We laughing. That ain't funny. Because he ain't pleased with it. Even parents, in discipline your children, you have to have a certain amount of discipline and control, or else God ain't going to be pleased. God ain't pleased when you whoop your children out of frustration of a lack of money and so forth. And so basically they getting a whooping because of your miserable life. I've seen children get yelled at too much. And it didn't really have anything to do with that 2-year-old doing this, that, and the other. That's when the parents should have been whooping themselves. Y'all know this, right? It's just a little tight. Now, the wicked has to do basically with three things. Number one, it's the unrighteous. Wicked folks are, number one, they're unrighteous. Not striving to live a just life. The wicked are the unrighteous. Number two, the wicked has to do with those who are hostile toward God or God's word. And in being hostile, the wicked are unrepentant. In other words, wicked folk do what they do. They know that it's wrong according to God, but they have no feeling of remorse for not doing what thus saith God. See, that's wickedness. Because some folks say, well, I ain't wicked because I don't do no voodoo. I ain't trying to put no hex on folk. I don't do all of that. I ain't no witch. I ain't no. But see, you got to understand, wickedness is deeper than that. When you know to do right, but you still practice wrong, you're wicked. Woo, quiet in the house. And finally, the wicked are guilty of sins or crimes against God. Let's look at some traits of a wicked person. I'm almost in the close. Psalm 10. Psalm 10. Oh, Lord have mercy. I never forget we first went to Bahamas. And we were getting off the plane. Well, we got to the hotel. It was all inclusive. And the folk met us at the hotel when we got off the van. I just heard them talking about Bahama mamas, Bahama mamas. They were just handing them out. I said, man, I was hot and tired. And my wife was like, hey, wait. I'm like, what? She like, I think that might be alcohol. I said, it's free. She said, but it's all inclusive. When I tell you, most folk that were down there, all they were down there to do was to get drunk. See, because it was free. Ooh, God, this word. Pastor, I don't drink no more. But see what you going to do when they say, hey, it's included. See, some of it. Just like we went to Vegas, they had slot machines in the restroom. So I said, a gambler don't. So you be surprised, folks. I'm Christian. I'm gonna bless the church if this don't. Lord, I'll do that youth center for him. But steady. Psalm 10:4. No, I'm going to show you what the problem is. Because some of you right now, you saying to yourself right now, see that? I don't agree with him. I don't see nothing wrong with that. What's wicked about that? See, that's going contrary to the scriptures. Woo! It's tight up in here now.
Thank you for watching A Word for Deliverance with Pastor Leonard Cochran of A Place of Refuge, Noonan. A Place of Refuge is located at 10 Fisher Alley in the city of Noonan, Georgia. If you would like to visit us, our worship times are every Sunday at 10:15 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7:15 p.m. To order today's message on CD, please call the church office at 770-252-3855 and reference the order number on the screen.